Okay. Hi, everybody. How's it going? My hair looks like I got licked by a camel, dude. That's crazy. Look at my hair. Oh my God. Stupid colleague. Anyway, how's everybody doing today? I'm glad I was able to sneak in a little stream today. It's gonna be great. Hell yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm just kind of chilling today. Kind of big chilling. Ah, the horn part of my guitar is hurting my leg. I'm like, help me, Jesus. It's kind of my warm up. Oh shoot, I messed up. I haven't played that in a long time. It's kind of cold in here. Let me get my hoodie on real quick, guys. It's kind of cold in here. Oh, baby, when you talk like that. Oh boy. What are we going to play today? Oh my God, is he streaming? I am. Alright, homies, homettes. Always make sure you stretch before you start playing, though, because that's very important. You don't want to, you don't want to come in cold, because you can hurt yourself. Okay. I just had to get my little handy dandy hoodie on there for a minute. It's kind of cold in my room. So, one of the things I like to do when I warm up is I run arpeggios. I'll just run like major arpeggios, but in different inversions. You can just kind of go up and down the neck. Alright, I'm just like, yeah. Anyway. Yeah. It's kind of loud. Hey, y'all, shucks. Can I have a song request? Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you very much. My stand was falling over. There you go. Let's see if we can get it. Let me see if I can move over here a little bit. If it sounds too quiet, let me see what I can do. Love that. Nope. Trying to get an optimal angle. Hopefully it sounds... How's it sound now, guys? A little bit better? You can't really see what I'm doing, but... Hope that's a little better. Oh, now it sounds too loud? Oh, maybe I should give it more time to breathe. Hi everybody, welcome to the stream. I'm Trevor here, just big chilling with the old guitar. We're getting some word in that it's too quiet. Let me see if I can just pop on, can you make a playback, can you make a worse? I'm not sure, I mean probably. Like, probably, you probably could make it a little bit worse. Let me try and stand up here maybe. Put my guitar strap on. Maybe that might help. If anybody has any questions about practice, feel free to let me know. I practice constantly, just to try and stay on top of my skills. My skills, my skills, baby. Normally I wrap this through, but I'm like, that's all right. I'll just go ahead and back this camera up here a little bit. Adjust my tripod. Height. All right. Okay, maybe that might be a little bit more fun to watch. When it's too like close, it's not very fun to watch. Okay. How's everybody doing? Holy crap, that's loud. Okay. Excuse me. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Let me see if I can do it. Holy crap, that's loud. Jam track, try just different ideas, just mess around. Got licked by a camel. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if you guys want to learn a little how to play Holy Wars, but it's a lot of fun. Okay, so I'm like, what am I going to do in this stream? I didn't know at first, to be honest with you. I'm like, I don't know. So Holy Wars is a lot of fun to play. Oh, thanks. It's a lot of fun. So in fifth position, you start on the A fret, or A string rather. Sorry. Let me say the notes because it's very important that you know your fretboard. So you're going to start here on this D and go up chromatically 3 frets. Can I have, okay. Oh yes, this is an LTD EC401. I've had it for about 10 years. For a guitar that's made in China, it kicks ass, I won't lie. I got it for $270 at first. And then I put custom pickups in it. So this guitar is probably worth a little under $500 now with all the modifications I made. Oh, thank you. And I put a bone nut on it. Strap locks, a new toggle switch, Seymour Duncan super distortion pickup in the bridge, and then Fred distortion pickup in the neck. I got to replace my knobs, and I want to put some Godot 510 tuners on here. They're Grovers, which aren't bad, but I probably could be better. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. But that's a lot of fun to play. But yeah, my guitar is a little loud today. I don't know why. Might be a little bit better. But yeah, what's everybody thinking? What are you guys doing over there? Oh man, thank you. Gosh, I think it's been 20 years now that I've been studying guitar. I can't believe that. That's crazy. But yeah, I started by I was in band, concert band. I started band when I was in 4th grade, so I was playing oboe, which is completely not related to guitar. But I always wanted to play guitar. I just never had the opportunity because I didn't have any money, and like, because I was broke. I was only, when you're in 4th grade, you're like what, 11, 10, something like that. And basically, I learned oboe, learned how to read music on the oboe, and then I learned how to read music on guitar when I found out that guitar is a C instrument. So meaning what you see on the stave is what you play on the fretboard, which is super easy, 1-to-1, no transposition in your head. You don't have to worry about that, which is fantastic. Um, so that was really, really great. And so I started, the thing with guitar, I never learned other songs that other people were playing. Like I never learned how to play Stairway to Heaven. I never I never learned any of the stuff that everybody else learned. Primarily because when I started playing guitar, I always knew I wanted to play my own stuff. And because I had grown up in band for years, like 8 years, from 4th grade to 12th grade, playing other people's music, and I didn't really want to do that with guitar. I wanted to make it my own and stuff. But yeah, it's been 20 years since I've been studying guitar. I studied classical guitar for a while. Um, I was trying to get into jazz, and all that stuff. Let's see if I can find my. Oh, clean 3. There you go. That's better. Yeah, I practice on the clean channel a lot. I primarily do that. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's really great. My YouTube channel, guitar has been my bread and butter. I'm very thankful for that because my channel is 14 years old, and for a long time, nothing was working. I wasn't really getting anything done. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it looks like I got licked by a goddamn camel. Look at this. What is this? It's like I'm a little RC car or something. I'm not even sure what the hell that. You know what? There you go. I'm self-conscious now. I'm like, you know what? You know what? So I made a video recently called "The 4 Types of 7th Chords." Oh, that was wrong. There it is. Okay, that's really hot. Okay, so the 4 types of 7th chords. You have a major 7th chord, minor 7th chord. Personally, that's my favorite one. I think it's a half diminished 7th chord, and then a dominant 7th chord. Yeah, I was like, did I finger that wrong? But when you get these 7th chords down, you can play some cool stuff. See what I mean? It's pretty cool. Maroon 5. I don't know any Maroon 5. You know what's funny about that? I cannot stand Adam Levine. I think he is just something about him. I don't know what it is. It's not because he's successful, but just him as a person. I'm like, there's a video where like this girl jumped on stage or whatever, and like got near him or something, and security got her before she can get to him, and he was all like, "Ooh, she was gonna touch me. Ooh," it's like, dude, fuck you, man. Like, oh my god. Anyway, I'm using an EC401 by LTD. I always wanted a Les Paul custom, but honestly, the necks on Les Pauls, in my experience, have never been to my liking. This neck is very thin, which I like a lot, and it's a set-in neck. There's no bolt, so it's 2 pieces. You're welcome. Yeah, these are great guitars. There's a model above mine, I think the EC1000 or something, which is cool. But I'm a firm believer that I come from a very scrappy high school. Like we didn't have a lot of money in marching band, and we had to use duct tape and glue a lot to fix stuff. So I've always been tinkering. So I just kind of modified my guitar And people actually they ask me what amp I'm playing through. I know it's a Line 6 Spider Jam. I know everybody has something to say about Spider Jam. I get it. Line 6 sucks. Whatever. But honestly, I've had this amplifier for 15 years. I've performed live with it a billion times. Now, does it get outclassed by actual tube amps all day long, every day? My 7 out of 10 on this guy is like a 5 out of 10 on an actual tube amp. So I always struggled with that when I was playing with other musicians. I would have to turn up significantly more to be on the same volume level as the guys with the Fender Twins or the I'm spacing out here on amps. I'm not really a gear guy. I've always just focused on what's going on here. I never really cared about what I was plugging into as long as it sounded good when I plugged in, I turned on. Oh yes, it is. That's my, I've had that since 2007, y'all. Bring back, you guys remember when Halo was actually exciting? When Halo actually kicked ass? When everybody was excited about Halo? Man, I'm so glad I was alive for that, dude. Seriously, like, oh man. Personally, Halo 2 is my favorite. But Halo 3 was the pinnacle of Halo for sure. And that Believe marketing campaign, right in the feels, dudes. Right in the feels. If you were there, you know. But yeah, that's my, I didn't even realize you could see that. Yeah, he's just been chilling over there. That's a little temporary spot for him. I wasn't sure where to put him, but I'm glad he's on camera. But yeah, I've had that, the Legendary Edition, since day one, 2007 when the game launched. And I was obsessed with Halo. Oh, thanks. Yeah. You know, it's like, oh man, I read all the Halo books that I can. And nowadays, some of them are kind of hit or miss. But I have a hard time caring about the other Spartans that aren't from Blue Team or the Spartan 2s. The Spartan 4s, I just never really cared about their characters that much, to be honest. But yeah, Halo used to be great. Oh, until they just ruined it. Oh, man. Man, it's a little dry. Yeah, the sweeps are pretty important. The way I warm up when I play guitar is I pretty much just kind of do one of these. I stand a lot when I play, but I'll do hammer-ons on the lower fret here, the first position here. I'll just do like that, and then I'll go. So it's all strength because I'm only picking one time on each string. So I'm picking a total of 12 times. Wait, or 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I'm actually picking 11 times. I had to think about that. I wasn't picking on the high E string there. But what this does is it gets your fingers really, really solid. And like when I was practicing a lot of classical guitar, the fretboards are a little wider and flatter on a classical guitar. I would come back to electric guitar and this thing felt super duper skinny and like small, and I was like, holy crap, the spatial relationships between the strings on the classical guitar are slightly farther away than they are on electrical guitar. So it's kind of weird. I love that sound so much. My clean 2 sound is a little bit more bassy. Flamenco for sure. So let me go back to my other clean channel. Yeah, that's a great question. There is some, it's called in classical music, it's called resquado, or like really, you like bam, it's really hard for me to do because I've been away from classical guitar for a while, but you could be like, or like, Something like that. I'm not a flamenco guy myself, but I do spend a lot of time playing standing up because when you perform live, you're going to be standing a lot. So I always do that. I always try to practice standing up, but I think I've got to readjust my tone on some of my metal stuff. You guys remember that song Bleed? I do play a little bit of blues. I could be better, honestly. I think it's because I've never been divorced. No, that was a joke. I'm sorry. I was just kidding. No, I had somebody tell me that once when I was performing blues in public. I was playing some blues rock, and one old guy who was there running the open mic, he's like, "Yo, man, that sounds really good." I do love Creed. I'll get to that in a minute because there are a lot of funny stories about Creed for me personally. But he's like, "You ain't never been divorced? What the hell are you up there doing playing the blues for?" He's like, "Yeah, but you don't know pain? You don't know pain?" And I'm just like, okay. What do you say to that? You don't know pain? It's like, okay. I'm just playing guitar. Anyway. Creed, yes, I do love Creed. My favorite Creed album is Weathered, always has been. That's my favorite, 2001. I like all their albums. I like Scott Stapp's recent solo album. A brother of mine really hates it. I don't know why, but this newest one's really, really good. I thought it was enjoyable. Full Circle is a great Creed album. There was a buddy of mine. We had the Kitara from Japan. We were doing a video on it. It was like one of the first digital, had a screen like an iPad in the middle. It was like a digital guitar. And basically, him and I were doing a demo. He had a Steinberg guitar with him without the headstock. And I was like, "Hey man, can I play that guitar?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, sure." And I grab it. First thing I start doing is playing a little Creed, you know? And he's like, "Are you playing Creed on my guitar?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Give it back." He didn't like Creed. I was like, what? Oh my God. Something like that. Something like that. Or Collective Soul. Something like that. Yeah. So, I feel like I'm boring you guys. I'm like, ah! tell you what I'm doing. Okay, so a couple things I'm doing there. Real quick here. Let me retune just to be safe. Aha! Oh. Okay, so what I'm doing there is I'm using a lot of thirds, fourths, and fifths. Like especially that main idea that I tend to play a lot because I really like how it sounds. It's on the. It's basically an A major triad. So it sounds like this. Sounds kind of pretty, right? And then I move it up to the fourth, the fifth, the minor sixth, the fifth again, the fourth, the third. I love that sound. You can do a lot with those major, with those basic intervals. So what it sounds like is like this. Sounds pretty cool. Another thing I like to do is I love my scales, my modes. I just released a video on the major scale for shred, is what I think is what I called it. Kind of a goofy title, but I didn't know what else to call it. I've noticed my videos haven't been getting a lot of views lately. I don't know. It seems like on YouTube, gaming stuff always does so well, and I'm like, man, I don't care about video games that much. Like I do like them, but like not like I don't want to talk about them all the time. And so many people get so hyperbolic with this crap. They're like, the gaming industry is dying, or like they don't make them like they used to. I'm like, no shit. I could have told you that, you know. Do we really need 1,000 videos talking about the same damn thing? I don't think so. Sorry. Anyway, tangent. I'm like tangent. But another thing I like to do is little snippets of scales that I kind of repeat for feeling, not for like flash, but like to give you like that feeling. So like a slow line goes into a fast line with like a repetitive motif to like really sell it, and then you come back home on that tonic. So you probably saw me do that a few times with my last little jam I just did. So I'll be like I did this during my blues jam because I love the way it sounds. I love that stuff. Now it's not very hard. It's just a major scale, to be honest with you. But it's not about the difficulty. It's about the feeling. You know, you just have to bar your first finger anywhere you want, and then do the 2/4 stretch that I talk about in the major scale video, and basically sounds like I'm communicating with aliens there. But basically, that's all you have to do is just kind of try those different patterns, the 1, 2, 4, the 1, 3, 4, and then you can do a lot of stuff with just those 3 patterns there. Yeah, so I was going to say something, I forgot what it was. Oh! So the conventional major scale I talked about a little bit in one of my last videos sounds a lot like this. Now you'll notice my hand really isn't moving at all from where I'm at 8th position. You can do a lot here with just that one scale. But if you want to do like some cool stuff for like rock and metal, I recommend checking out my video, The Major Scale for Shred. But in it, I talk about the patterns of the major scale. So those patterns are in that video too, which is great. Well, obviously I still have to practice that, so I'm like, holy smokes! I'm messing around. idea. So anyway, all of that, pardon me, all of that was just like improvised. I just came up with that out of my head. And sure, you run the risk of it sucking. And I'm like, sure, you know, it's tough, like constantly making new things out of your head. So what I recommend for that is a lot of classical music. I listen to a lot of classical music. In fact, my classical guitar CD is in my truck right now in my CD player, and I listen to a lot of music from all around the world. I'm Chippewa Indian, so I listen to a lot of Chippewa music as well, like our tribal stuff, prayer songs, because you can be inspired by like anything, anywhere, at any time, and that's fantastic. Because like I get bored on guitar, so like what I do is I go into a music notation software program called Finale, and I'll challenge myself to have three voices, like three different lines, and write counterpoint for those voices. Um, because you'd be surprised by how beautiful something can be by being so simple. I wish I knew Maroon 5, but Maroon 5, they have some good songs for sure. What's that one song? Baby, I'm praying on you tonight. Oh, just like animals. Yeah, yeah, that's right. I know they use a lot of minor bar chords in their songs. But I don't know any Maroon 5. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm gonna let people down. I don't know too many of other people's songs. Oh, you can see my CRT in the background. Check that bad boy out, homies. But do any of you play guitar? Are you interested in playing guitar, or how's your journey going in the guitar world? For sure, because there's always something to learn, which I love. You know, and also it can be kind of a pain in the butt. Just kidding. Because you're just like, damn it, I want to stop learning. No, I'm kidding. No, I've never felt that way. I've always wanted to keep learning, keep growing on guitar. Coldplay, they've got some good stuff. It was a real bummer what happened with that Viva La Vida stuff. That's a good song, you know. It was a good song. He's got good vocals. I like his vocals. Yeah, I don't know too many. I know little snippets of songs that kind of like capture my attention, but other than that, I don't know too many songs. I feel bad, but at least I'm just telling the truth. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, let me just and just totally muck it up, as they say. But I'm constantly. I like to stay on top of my chops. You know, like my hammer-ons and pull-offs and stuff like that. That's very important to stay on top of that stuff. You know, as much as you can. But I'm always trying to challenge myself on the guitar, and all that stuff. But yeah, there's always something to learn, and I love that about the guitar and music in general. It's not just guitar, but also other music as well. I don't know what other guitar videos I can make for like lessons and stuff. What are you guys interested in learning? Because I'll make the video for sure. I know there's some interest in tapping. I'm not a big tapper myself, but I can kind of. Stuff like that, or like nothing crazy, but it looks flashy, but I'm not really a big tapper. See, my thing is, there are certain things that guitar players do really, really well. that I don't really want to touch. And if you're looking to like stand out on guitar and be different and have a different sound, you kind of have to make conscious choices. You know what I mean by that? Like, okay, I know Eddie Van Halen, who I'm not really a big fan of anyway. Randy Rhoads is my favorite guitarist. God bless Randy Rhoads, always and forever. But you know, Eddie Van Halen does the tapping stuff. I tap a little bit, like just for flash, but like no more than like 2 seconds, just because I don't really care about it that much. I just do it just because it looks cool, and maybe I want to add a little bit of sprinkle sauce in there, you know, some spice, and I'll go back to not tapping. Because, but also, um, a lot of like double stop riffs were huge in the 80s, you know, like the Cinderella. Yeah, how'd they go? Stuff like that, you know, the double stop referring to you keep returning back to that open string and just go dub 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 bam 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 bam. You know, or like pentatonics. I always try to avoid pentatonics when I can, because like everybody uses those, and I understand why. Without a third, you can play pentatonics without having to worry about the key signature that much. And I think that's why part of the reason why they're super popular, but also because they're really fast to play. You know, you can just be like play them really fast. Something like that. I already forgot what pattern. Something like that. But the pentatonics are like a go-to thing for a lot of people, and I can see why. But for me, I always lived by the major scale, and you can always pepper in some pentatonics as well if you want. Like that was just a major scale. You know, the little run from Mr. Crowley, one of the second solo. But yeah, I'm more of a classical guy at heart. Classical guitar is like where I live, you know. But anyway, I hope this isn't boring. I hope you guys are having fun. I know I've been streaming for looks like a little over an hour, I think. Um, yeah, this has been fun, man. This has been great. I've been racking my brain trying to figure out what other guitar lessons I could bring to my channel. I feel like I've kind of taught a bunch before in the past, but they don't really get a lot of views. Probably because I'm a smaller channel. I don't really know how the algorithm works or like what it looks for. You really just have to make the content and hope for the best, honestly. But I'm glad you guys are here. Thanks so much for being here. This is really cool. And yeah, it's just if you're out there, keep playing guitar. You know I will. Um, you know what the challenging part is for me is not learning the technical stuff, but like constantly keeping guitar fresh and new. You know, like for me, it's been 20 years. Um, how the heck do you keep guitar fresh and new for 20 years? You know what I mean? And that's why I play a lot of weird stuff. Don't be afraid to play the wrong notes, as people say. You know, like what people mean by that is like when you're in a key signature, like, you know, B minor, you know, the relative major is D major, so you have F sharp and C sharp, right? Well, you still have accidentals. You can still play outside the key as long as you come back home eventually. It's going to sound great. Unless you're like, just playing terribly, that would be a little different. But don't be afraid to play outside of the key. Play non-diatonically. That's going to add some sass, some interest to your playing. Don't be afraid to do some weird stuff. Don't be afraid of tritones either, Oh, that was not a tritone. There it is. Don't be afraid to do things a little differently and have a good time with it, It's really windy outside. The mail lady just came. Ooh. Trying to see how many dogs poop in our yard, like the front of our yard, without like people picking up after their dogs. It's super annoying, dude. It's like, come on, dude, pick up after your dog, man. So far, it hasn't been anybody yet. I mean, I don't know. Some people, the thing with dogs is like everybody wants a dog, right? Right? I want a dog. But not everybody wants to take care of them. You know what I mean? I had a girlfriend once who had a lot of anxiety, whatever bullshit. They all do. Anyway, she had a dog and she wanted to have this dog, right? Because it soothed her or whatever the fuck. And but the problem was she didn't take care of it very well. She didn't train him very well, and he used to poop like all in the front yard by the front door where you walk into their house. And I'm like, that's disgusting. Like, what are you doing? Anyway, getting off topic here. Anyway. Very warm sound. Yeah. Oh. I'm like, there you go. Hey, hello, play Nickelback. I don't know how to play that song. Shit. I'm like, oh no. How's that one song? I can't remember. I think I found it. Okay, one second. Whoops. Something like that. They use that chord progression a lot. But I don't know any Nickelback. I never thought about it before. I'm like, I never thought about it before. Luda. Yoing. like. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun to play. You know, when I'm jamming and I'm just like improvising, I am thinking about my scale patterns and how they connect with each other. And certain scales are harder to play, certain shapes are harder to play. Like up here, I was playing an E Dorian scale, which sounds like this. But the thing is that that's really hard to play up there like that because I have to stretch and stuff. And so I was like, oh shit! Like I was trying to play it and I was like messing up. It was really embarrassing. But probably nobody noticed except me. I always notice. This gets really quiet for a second. It's really windy outside today. Very windy indeed. Crazy, right? There's my little CRT down there. I play a lot of Super Mario Kart over here in the Super Famicom corner. I got my PS4 Slim over here by my computer. I play some Godzilla on PS4. Probably too much. I have an unhealthy obsession with Godzilla. Gonna drink some coffee here. You guys remember that meme with Nickelback where he's like, look at this graph? Really funny. Anyway, I wonder if I can about this is I used to use that as a warm-up I just sit there for hours with not being plugged in. I just like. But it's that last part to end that I was trips me up because I haven't played the whole song in a while. It's a major arpeggio, so you hit the low E, the palm mute, and then A as well. And then there's a major triad here. And then again, D major to E major. Something like that. But Mr. Crowley, though. So like with the large chords for effect, those are very important. You don't want to miss those. I make that C5, I make it a giant suspended chord instead for effect. So like, instead of just, I mean, you know, if it's heavier, why not, right? But let me see if I remember some of those licks there. That's the first one. And the second one is like always back to that C chord. Just like that. And then the first solo I kind of forgot, but the second one goes like this. It starts with a D minor triad. Like that. And then you bring it up a tiny bit, which is like D augmented. C major. And then you have F at the top. And then you have like some little baby triads down here. Something like that. I gotta get better at that. But then you have pardon me. Wraps up, but god damn, my guitar is loud. Woo! I'm sitting in front of my amp and I'm just like, woo! God damn, that's loud as hell. Girl, holy shit! Hitting them corners and them low-lows, girl. Let me see, clean 3. Yeah, dog. Can you play Alice in Chains? Oh, you know what? I need to look into that. I'm trying to remember if I could play. Oh, you know what? Let me switch back to my metal tone real quick. I think I can figure out a little bit of the what's that song called? Um, Them Bones. That is my favorite Alice in Chains song. I love that song. Let me see if I can figure it out. What is that? Something like that. I wish I knew the song, but I don't actually know it. Shoot. I start playing Holy Wars again. Yes, I do. I love these songs you're recommending. I love them. Interstate Love Song I love as well. I could sing you the whole thing, but I never learned how to play on guitar. Which is a solid bummer. Like, that's a solid bummer. I love saying that. Clean 3. Yeah, baby. Yeah, Interstate Love Song is a great song. Freedom, only as a day. Love it. Love it. Fade to Black, yeah. So hold on a minute. I can hear it in my head. I never learned how to play it, but I can hear it in my head. Something like that. I know it starts on A minor. Ah, damn it, that's gonna bother me now. I'm like, no. I know it starts. It's like. Something like that. Anyway. And it's like. Hey. Something like that. Yeah, that's a great song. I mean, God, it's so good. Yes, Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Dude, what a great. Honestly, early Metallica is my favorite. I feel like, I don't know if you guys have listened to Metallica's latest album. What was it called? Crap, that's never a good sign if you can't remember what the album's called. I think it's. Well, Lux Eterna was their song, even though they're saying it wrong. It's Latin. It's Lux, not Lux, like they're saying. But it doesn't matter. I mean, it's just like, whatever. Yeah, what was that song? What was that album called? Oh, not Change the Seasons. That's Dream Theater. 18 Seasons, right? 18 Seasons? 8 Seasons? 72 Seasons. That's what it is. There were some good moments on that album, but for the most part, it was pretty boring. I felt like it was pretty boring. I like that one song where he's like, if darkness had us on, here I am, I bathe in holy water. I'm like, oh, Jesus. I'm like, geez Louise, man. Jeez Louise. Megadeth's latest album, what was it called? Crap. This is, oh, The Sick, the Dead, the Dying. That's what it was called. That album was all right too. It was, I listened to it a couple times and I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm just really bored. Like, I don't know if it's just me bored with metal. I don't know, because that does happen to people. I can see why a lot of it's kind of the same sounding these days. My favorite Megadeth album is Rust in Peace. But I love Chris Poland on the albums from the 80s, though. Fantastic guitar player, wonderful legato, beautiful player, a jazz guy. Um, my favorite Metallica album used to be And Justice for All, just to be contrarian, because everybody says Master of Puppets, or MOP as we call it. But I think Master of Puppets is probably my favorite Metallica album when I think about it. My favorite piece from Metallica is Orion, and Orion's on that album, so that makes sense. What I really loved about And Justice for All is that Metallica took that somewhat proggy approach that I loved a lot. I really respected them for doing that. And plus, the way that album starts is just so epic. That slow fade in with the harmonized, distorted guitars. Oh, dude, right? Blackened. Oh, so good. So good. Blackened's so good, man. I don't know how to play it, by the way, just in case anyone's going to ask. I feel like a hack up here. I'm like, I don't know how to play anything. Please don't kill me. Hilarious. But yeah, I'd say Master of Puppets is probably my favorite Metallica album for sure. Dream Theater's newest album, Parasomnia, just came out, and it was pretty good. It was pretty much what I expected from them. I love how everybody thought Mike Portnoy was going to be like the golden calf, right? Like, he's just a guy, you know. And yeah, I love his playing a lot, but like, this latest album, Bend the Clock, is my favorite track on the whole album. But this latest one just sounded like Paint by Numbers Dream Theater. Like, it sounded like, yeah, that's pretty much what I expected to get. Nothing wrong with that, but just like, oh, okay, you know, yeah, that sounds about what I was expecting to get. But the first track, what was it called? Night Terror, I think it was. It's like 3 minutes of just ambient sounds before the album starts. I'm like, dude, just start your record. Like, oh my gosh, just start your record. Like, how pretentious can you be? Start your damn record. You know what I mean? It's like, it drives me nuts. Man, if it was me recording an album, I would hit the audience hard with like a, you know, a thingamajig, you know, like a really quick, like faster song, not 3 minutes of slow creep. Iron Maiden, hey, how was that? I don't remember how to, let me see. Oh, crap. I don't remember any of the, hold on a second. Something like that. Number of the Beast, I kind of remember from high school, kind of. Yeah, man, I got to learn some songs, I guess, because everyone's like telling me, like, you know, hey, can you play this? I'm like, kind of. No, or like, you know. Yes. Okay, so I used to remember how to play the Trooper, but I don't remember anymore. Shit. Yeah, I can't remember. I feel so bad. Yeah, dog. sitar-ish a little bit. Oh my god, we got another one. What do I do with my hand? My hand's been where I was like, oh no! Oh, that's a bummer. Well, I'm very honored that you would ask me. Hey man, what do I do with my hand? My hand's been wearing out, so I can't play guitar. What do I do? My fingers. Oh, okay, your fingers have been wearing out. Um, well, I have a couple tips for that. Make sure you stretch gently. What I do before I play guitar, I stretch all the time throughout the day anyway, because it's kind of like a neurotic habit. I don't want to get carpal tunnel or like tendonitis or something stupid like that, so I'm constantly like stretching my hands. I'm making sure I'm limber. So if your fingers are wearing out, make sure you stretch each individual finger gently. You're not trying to hurt yourself or anything like that, but I always stretch out my fingers, ligaments, tendons, all that stuff. I drink plenty of water. Make sure you stay hydrated. Even though I just sip some coffee, coffee's a dehydrator, but I do have a bottle of water over here. But if you're having a hard time with your fingers wearing out, it's usually a lack of stretching or a lack of hydration. And also just if you're brand new to guitar, a lot of people, they get frustrated because their fingers get tired, but that just comes with time. You're going to get more endurance, dexterity, and all that stuff. Strength will come with time. The more you do exercise like this, like I was showing you guys earlier when the stream started, where you hammer on the entire, I do the entire fretboard, but sometimes I just do first position here. So I'll show you what I mean. So you pick once every string, and then you hammer on 1, 3, 4. I've been playing for 5 years. Oh, okay. Do you practice often? How often do you practice, and what are you practicing as well? If you're playing a lot of bar chords for songs and stuff, I totally get why your fingers will get tired. I've been studying guitar for 20 years, and that still happens to me. I'll be like, I'll get tired over, like, if you're doing that an entire show for 3 hours, I wouldn't blame anybody for getting tired for holding bar chords, because bar chords take a decent amount of strength. I think for the most part, some people overdo it too much, and they press down too hard. You don't have to press down that hard on the guitar to make a tone. Like, I'm barely pressing down. I'm getting all my notes, well, except the one. But no one's playing is going to be perfect all the time. We all have things we can get better at. There are so many things I want to get better at myself. Yeah, practice your hammer-ons and pull-offs. See that? There you go. I do that a lot. Hello. Hello. It's me. Can you hear me? Sorry, it's being weird. One thing you can do to warm up, I like to warm up like this. I'm no John 5 or anything. That guy's incredible. Holy buckets, that guy is awesome. But I'll run major triads in different versions. Now, if you're not familiar with sweep picking, I did a video on this where I got really close to the camera, but what you want to do is you want to get the right hand first. Let it glide through your strings. You're not consciously picking each string. Can you try playing a song? Just a song. I can. I don't know any songs all the way through, which is really funny, so probably not. But I can jam all day long over different jam tracks and make it feel like a song without lyrics. But I can't You'd be like, she left me with the dog and that was it, and took the house and all my stuff, and now I'm lonely and I'm scared and I'm tired and I can't find a new woman. Nothing like that. But anyway, like I was saying, well, now I'm scared and I'm tired and I can't possibly find a new woman. I love how those are my go-to lyrics. That's really sad. Anyway, I was like, what does that say about me? Oh no! I would love to have a band though. I need to get a band together because it's been too long since I've had a band. And I used to have a band long ago. I've had many bands in my life, but yeah, getting a band together is really fun. It takes a lot of work keeping it together. It's like a marriage between four people or however many people you have in your band. You can have a trio, like a power trio, like Rush. And that to me sounds like a better idea because it's a lot better to get three people together than four. Could you imagine Slipknot in the early days? Like, how many people are in that band? 10? I couldn't even tell you, but like getting all those people together for a practice session, holy Lord. That sounds like a pain in the ass, but I don't know. That's just me though. I love doing stuff like that. It's fun. Hey, hello. Hello, hello. I love that. Oh, wait, that reminds me of a joke. I forgot what it was. Shucks. I'm like, darn it. But I see a fly on my window, and I'm not excited for those guys to come back out. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. So many flies. Oh my god. This is fun. Just kind of chilling. Thanks for being here, everybody. Find it hard to your house. Find it hard to your house. That's very profound. Find it hard to your house. I like it. What kind of guitar do you have? Oh, that's all right. I have an LTD EC401. This is, it looks like a Les Paul. I've always wanted a Les Paul. LTD for sure. I actually don't remember who makes LTDs. I think they're made in Korea. Well, this one's made in China. But I think LTD is made by, is it Ibanez? I can't remember. But I've had this guitar for 10 years. It's my one and only guitar. Only one that I have. I used to have a lot of guitars, but I sold all of them except this one. This is my favorite one. It's built for performance. It's got a very thin, easy to play neck, speed knobs. I put new pickups in, a bone nut. I want to replace my tuning machines, but I don't really know if I have to. Probably not. Yeah, don't be afraid to like play outside of the key for sure, because that's always good stuff. You know, just like nice and chromatic, which is really, really great too. Looking at this guy outside, he's got a violet shirt on, like a really, really purple shirt. And I'm like, right on, brother. Right on. You know? I'm like, right on. That's awesome. Just like obnoxiously play that over and over again. I love playing standing up because it forces me to not be so obsessed over technique a lot, because like my technique is really rock solid when I'm sitting, but when I'm standing I'm like, oh, it's lower, that's right. Crazy. You guys want to know something hilarious? So I've just been using a pick from Guitar Center this whole time. I don't actually. You know what's funny? I'm not really a big gear guy. So like my amplifier is like 15 years old. It's a Line 6 Spider Jam. I personally have no issue with Line 6 myself, but I would like to get another amp eventually. Maybe I will one day. But my guitar is only 270 bucks. My pickups or my picks that I use are from Guitar Center from their free bowl. Like when you walk in there, they've got a bowl of them on the counter. You just take a couple. I take a couple like every time I go. I'm just like, oh, thank you. Don't mind if I do. You know, and I put some back in my case. I use Ernie Ball Super Slinky 10 strings for now. I used to use elixirs a lot. Elixirs do last a long time, but I find that they didn't last as long as the Super Slinkies, and I was paying more money for them, so that didn't make any sense to me. So I went back to Super Slinkies, the 10s. And but yeah, these picks aren't bad. Sometimes it slides on me. I was thinking about getting some of those jazz picks that I used to play with in high school, with the little circular part right here that had texture for your thumb to sit in, like a cradle, like a little bowl that your thumb sits in. And then like you never have to worry about that pick moving on you, like ever, which is great. Yeah. But if you can play a lot of legato on a clean channel like that, you're in pretty good shape. That's why I practice on a clean channel, or I don't practice plugged in at all, to be honest. I really only plug in when I'm doing videos or like live streams like this, because I don't want to fall into bad habits. Playing with distortion too much can make your ear kind of ignorant to certain things you're doing wrong. Like if you sweep constantly on a distorted channel, you might not even know that you're like bumming notes, you know what I mean? But when you play with a clean channel, I can hear all those notes and I can be like, okay, it's there, but it's a little stiff, you know what I mean? Like it's a little stiff, we should probably loosen it up a little bit. And then I keep that mental note in my head for practice. I just popped in and heard you say about picks slipping. Yes, I just found a cure for that and helped me a bunch. Hot glue gun. Oh, I'll have to try that. That's not bad. I can use my cheap little Guitar Center picks. Once again, check that out. It's literally just from Guitar Center's free bowl. That's hilarious. But they're not bad picks. It's just a basic piece of plastic. But I'll have to try that little hot glue gun drizzle. It kind of adds that friction that you're looking for, so it doesn't move. Pretty awesome. Pretty cool. But basically, if you want to get better at guitar, you just have to get obsessed with it, really. And That's what I did when I'm still obsessed with guitar now, but when I first started back in 2005, I was playing all the time. Like I was doing all the boring stuff that nobody wants to do. I was practicing my alternate picking, waking up at 6, practicing from 8 to like noon every day, so about 4 hours. Just learning the fundamentals. My fretboard, I learned the entire fretboard, memorized that, basic scale shapes, alternate picking. I think what helped me is because I was in band from 4th grade to 12th grade, marching band, touring the country and stuff like that. So I was always around music and other like-minded musicians and stuff. So I was always picking up little things from my teachers in high school, my band director, our choir director. I had a big crush on her at the time. Super funny. And she would kind of help me once in a while with certain questions that I had, which was always great. I was always grateful for that. And I think it just really helped me kind of flourish. And I had a genuine curiosity in the guitar. I hope that people watching this don't lose their genuine curiosity in the guitar, because once you lose that, that's when you start to either stagnate or just kind of stagnate for a little while and then decline. This is why we see people walk away from guitar for a long time, And I take breaks from guitar nowadays. I will admit, am I as driven as I was when I first started? Probably not, but that's not a reflection on my love for guitar. It's just as you get older, I'm not in high school anymore. I don't have as much free time as I used to. So it's kind of like it just happens to everybody, Even as myself as an artist, as you guys see, that's my largest painting to date. Let me go ahead and shift that around there. You can see it. It's called Abyssal Space Dragon. It's probably 4.5 feet by 3.5 feet. It's oil on board. It's the cover of my first novel, Zeitgeist, and the Zeitgeist trilogy. You can find the links to my. I'm an author as well, if you guys didn't know, but you can find the links for all my books in my YouTube bio section. I just finished the trilogy, and I have a self-help book out as well. It's not really a self-help book. It's more like a book on my philosophy on different aspects of life. That's a good way to put it, with call to actions in there and stuff as well. But it naturally happens. We lose fervor and a lot of different things in life, not just one or two things, but sometimes people get jaded in dating and stuff. If they had a string of rough relationships, they might not be as anxious to get in a new one. So there's all that stuff as well. Oh yeah. All that really matters is, see, like, in my personal opinion, nobody really cares how fast you play, because there's like, everybody can do that. You know what I mean? Especially now, everybody can do that because everybody has access to the same information. Back in the day, it wasn't like that. Like in the 80s, the 90s, you had to really dig for that stuff. And it was everywhere at that time. But now it's really everywhere. All the technical stuff, nobody really cares about that. Everybody can do that. What matters is the musicality. The song that you wrote, the piece of music that you wrote. Does it make people feel something? Does it get people to dance? That's what's really important. Not the technical bullshit, like, oh, it doesn't matter. Some people are content to just play well, and they're like, did I play it well? Did I make no mistakes? Perfect. It's like, fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, that's not really what it's about. What it's about is making people move and play with feeling and emotion. And I will live and die on that hill, by the way. I don't care personally about the technical facility of a guitar player. What I care about is if they make me feel something. And I think that's why I had such a flaccid, dare I say, flaccid response to Dream Theater's newest album, because it was good in parts, but it didn't really make me feel much other than Bend the Clock. That really kind of like, I was like, oh yeah, that's good stuff. So for me, music is always feeling over technical facility. A lot of people confuse craft with art. I've said that before on one of my videos and one of my live streams as well. But yeah, pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. Hell yeah. You really beat a good clean channel either. It's great for practice. See that? It's pretty cool. Can't really get that. You can get that nuance with distortion, but not nearly as much, in my opinion, as a clean channel. I love my basic sweeps. Oh, so good. Let me sneak back here. Turn on my computer there for a second. Hi-yoing, hi-yoing. You guys having fun? I'm having a good time. This is fun. Can't believe it's already 4:30. Holy smokes. Pretty cool. Hi-yoing. Hi-yoing. I don't know why I keep saying that, but it's funny. I think it is, but yeah, dog. What is happening? Y'all? I'm running out of things to play. Pronunciation is knowledge. Ah, what a babe. That girl is really hot. I don't know who I'm talking to, but yeah, dog. She is really cute. I'm like, hey, what you doing? Hey, look at that. Wow, that is super cool, man. Hey, everybody. I want to say thank you for being here, man. This is really cool. I've had my YouTube channel for about 14 years now. Can't believe it. This is probably my third channel, actually, because at the time, YouTube is brand new. I had a couple channels before this one. Oh, sure. Well, let's see. I guess I could change it up. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Manal. Happy birthday to you. That's kind of nice. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, Manal. Yeah. I'm like, girl. That's funny. Oh, I'm so stupid. That's funny. That's awesome. You're welcome. That's so funny. I'm just like, let me just make it up. I love minor chords. They sound beautiful, by the way. It's pretty awesome. Oh, it's that one Empire State of Mind song with Beyonce and Jay-Z, I think. That's probably where that chord progression comes from. That's hilarious. says you need distortion all the time? Am I right? Beautiful. I'm actually writing a new book. It's kind of like a side project from my science fiction stuff that I do. But it's going to be called The Conceptual Guide for the Aspiring Guitarist. And in this book, my plan is to talk about all the stuff that nobody really talks about when it comes to learning guitar or learning an instrument of any kind. So that's always important for sure. I was excited for that. It's been kind of hard to write because I feel like it's going to be really short, maybe like 100 pages or so, which is fine for like a little side project. It's cool. I probably would only charge like $12 for it because it's, you know, it's not about the money. But yeah, I'm really excited to write that. I should really work on that today. I will for sure. I will. There's a lot in there that I have to say about that stuff. Oh yeah. You might see me straighten my back out sometimes when I'm playing standing up because sometimes it props the guitar up a little bit and I'm just like, and then it also looks like you're ascending to heaven or something cool. I don't know. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. From their heart, the old Craig. For their heart, the old Craig. For you're in pain. For their heart, the old sang and died. How is it? All the sadness and the pain I felt. All the moments I felt. Anyway, I have no idea what I'm singing, but. Whoops. Whoops. I love that. Anyway, you guys having fun? I'm having a good time. Hell yeah, baby. I recommend standing up as much as possible because not only does it help you become performance ready, but it's also really cool. I'm like, it's also a very good time. Let me see. Hell yeah, brother. Pretty cool. What if I finger this chord? Oh yes, I see. Interesting. Drink some coffee real quick. Drink some coffee, coffee. Yomimasu. Ah. That is good coffee. That's Maxwell House, baby. That's good. That's good stuff. Notice how I'm moving my active electronics this way. Wouldn't want to get electrocuted on stream. That would suck. I'm just like playing. I'm like, oh my god, that would be awful. Sure. brothers and sisters. Hell yeah, we're having a good time. We're having a good time. I'm exhausted. We're having a good time. Oh my God, girl, whoa. I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you so much for checking out the stream, and if anybody is interested, thank you very much for subscribing. Holy buckets, holy buckets. I only hope to provide content that you guys will like. Man, I feel like I've been playing up a storm on this guy right here. I love a good clean channel though, because like you can do certain things and play certain chords that you wouldn't be able to play with distortion. So like these big open string chords, I couldn't do that with the distorted tone for sure. I certainly couldn't reverse strum with a dirty channel. That's beautiful. You can do like reverse strum like close to the bridge, or you could do it like diagonally. I prefer that a lot of times because it's like, ooh. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can just play with that and stuff. It's a lot of fun. You know, there's a rule in classical guitar is if you have to repeat something, try not to play it the same way twice, otherwise why bother? Which I think is important. That's kind of lost in rock music though, to be honest. I think in rock music and metal it doesn't really matter, nobody really thinks about that. But in the classical space, people think about it a lot. The idea of a cadenza or like improvising during a classical piece is kind of like unheard of, but my professor that I had in school was like really about that and all that good stuff. But so I learned a lot from him in music school in that regard, but I didn't really enjoy music school that much. I'll be honest with you guys. You know, they have you take the theory classes and the aural skills and the basic keyboard. I didn't mind basic piano. I used to have a piano here, but I sold mine because it was really old and it only had 61 keys, and I was really having a hard time keeping it clean. So I'll get another keyboard eventually, but a full 88 keyboard, then they make them a lot smaller now too, which is crazy, but I want one with weighted keys for sure. But yeah. I just love attacking the notes, you know, with a clean channel, a flat pick. Well, it's just a regular pick from Guitar Center, but from Guitar Center, oh, plot twist. My pick sucks. No, I'm kidding. I really don't think it's that bad. I'm not, I've seen people make picks out of credit cards, like old credit cards that got like pick staplers that just pick out a guitar pick that's from your credit card, which I think is crazy. I'm like, why didn't I think of that? Oh my God, that's genius. But I like playing in a clean channel because it keeps me honest. You know, like a lot of times with distortion, you can be like flailing your fingers around like, you know, and you might be missing notes or bumming notes, but nobody really cares or notices because you're just punching the audience with a lot of notes at one time. Whereas on a clean channel, you know, when I play a chord like this, you'll be able to tell if there's a bum note in there, right? So, see that? So that's why I always practice with a clean channel or no amplification at all. I'll just sit in my chair and I'll run through scales and finger exercises and my hammer-ons and pull-offs, make sure my chops are really good. Because you know, nothing sucks more as a guitar player when you like have a really cool idea that you want to try during a jam session like this. And on camera, you can see yourself struggling with this idea because you haven't worked that idea up to that speed yet. And that's like super duper painful. That sucks. Like nobody wants that to be them. So, you know, and I've been there plenty of times where I'm like, oh, that's a really cool idea. Let me see if I can play that a little faster. Oh, I cannot. No, I can't. I'm like, oh no, I cannot do that yet. So that's pretty funny. Sometimes I'll shift my guitar this way. Sometimes it makes certain things a little easier to play, but oftentimes I'll flatten my chest out. Just so it's a little easier to play. But I think it's great. Like a lot of people have the idea that when you're playing standing up, your guitar is like this static thing that just sits there at the same angle and you just play that way. I'm like, well, unless you're the Beatles in the 60s, I'm going to have to disagree with you. You know what I mean? Because like my guitar moves constantly. I shift my strap sometimes. Like when I need like certain legato runs, I'll tip my guitar up because now my wrist is somewhat more comfortable to do those more legato style runs there that you just saw. Because this is a lot easier to do this like this instead of like this where it's like, okay, it was still kind of easy to do it down there, but it's, you know what I'm saying, is like it's a little bit better to do it like up here than it is down there. But I want to thank everybody for checking out the stream and stuff, and I want to say thank you all for being here. I'm going to go ahead and call it so I can get some food. I've been going at it for a while, but I want to say thank you all for being here. Feel free to like and subscribe, and if you like my content, more content coming, more guitar lessons once I think of some more to do. And I want to say thank you all for coming out, and until next time, everybody, Trevor out. One.